So it's Monday the 7th of October. I thought I'd better give you a heads up of what's going on with this white one. As you can see, it's still on my lift. I was expecting the pressure reducing valve to be in on Friday and it never turned up. I knew it was supposed to be Friday, so it's been on this lift about, I don't know, 10 days now, which is something I don't usually do. So I took a jump on this and started to undercoat it because I'm desperately running out of time and decent weather. It's pouring down today. I don't usually wax cars when it's inside the shop. It gets everywhere. I've called Deborah to give us a hand to clean off the car because it sprays up and it goes all over the damn place. It's easy to sort of wash off. It's not like thick tar, but it makes a nice job. So, but it's messy. Well, mind you, the good thing about it is it's like black Brill cream for me because it makes me look a lot young. My hair's a lot darker now. Anyway, that's the... oh, wait a minute. Is that going to show up? That's the sort of finish we've got in there. It will go dull after a couple of weeks. You know, once it's got some weather and road dust on it and things like that, it will go. But it really needed doing before it got into snow and ice and muck and stuff like that. So I've used the April black wax on the outside, and on the inside I mixed the April black wax with crown rust proofing, drink up, because I'm running out of crown rust proofing. I'm going to spray inside the doors with a clear April. I've already done inside the door pillars. I'll put a little bit of a video in here if I can sort of work it out. I'm not sure if you can see this, but you can see under the door pillar up there, there's a hole. And we take advantage of that by shooting the wax right up inside the door pillar. Now I haven't finished this floor yet. There's lots of bits I haven't finished, but I've just washed some mud off. Then I can do the front end, but I think I'm going to have to do the front end in here whilst we're waiting for these brakes, trying to save some time. But what I want to do is going to put the camera on the stand, and I'll show you how far we can get that tube up that door pillar. Here is the probe tube thing. This is what I put into the chassis. And I want you to see how long it actually is. See, I'm 6 foot, so it's a 6 foot tube. It's pretty good, really. So that means we don't have to drill as many holes as we used to do. And if you can see the end of this, it's like a 360-degree fan. But what we're going to do is, I can't film this very well, but I can show you how far it goes up. Because, like I say, I'm running out of space. So I've put it in. There. How much is left on that? That much. So we got right up here. Oh, you can't see, can you? So we've got right up to the very top of here. To get anything. When you've got a disabled vehicle on a 2-post lift, it's a nightmare because when I'm on my own, I can't push it to get it into the right place again. So once it's on, it's on. Now I didn't know we needed that valve, so I mean it's only like a half-an-hour job to fit the bloody valve. It's like I said, it's been here 10 days. So what are the other things I've done while it's been here? All the engines all back together again. It started, boom, straight off the key, so that's good. Now, I took the liberty this morning of starting this up on the lift. I dropped it right down on the deck. Put the gearbox, the transfer box into neutral, and just let it do its things. Put it on a high revs, and I tried to take some pictures of this stuff with my thermal imaging camera, but I've never used it for a long time, and I made a complete horlicks of the job when I were looking at the engine because there was something interesting to see. We'll have a look at it in a minute, but here's the video of underneath, and you could see the gearbox had warmed up considerably, so we could change the oil. So here we are under the car. We're looking at the bell housing. That seems to be alright. The sump is what is the sum? 59, but notice here, right at the back, well, I can't really read that, I think it's 67. But you can see it's a lot warmer at the back of the engine than the actual sump itself. Perhaps that's why the oil sales buggered up. Right, gearbox. The gearbox is up to 33 degrees. Transfer case is 33 as well. That's no two. What's the frame temperature? 20, 18. So it has got warm. I think what we'll do is, while it's up in the air, we'll drain off this oil again. And I think we're okay to flush it through. If it's dirty again, well, we'll soon see. Now, what was the oil like? Well, I drained the oil up and I flushed it, and this is the oil that came out. It's cloudy, but not bad at all. If I hold it up to the light, I can almost see through it. So that's a pretty good thing. And another good thing was there was no metal particles on the magnet when I took it out. So that was really, really good. So I was pleased about that. But like I say, it maybe needs another flush out once it's been driven for a few thousand miles. It does make a difference with these R3Hs with old oil. It just doesn't like old oil, no matter what people say. And like I say, we just run ATF, none of these fancy oils. Seems to work all right. Yeah, well, the video I wanted to take was, I've got all the coolant back into this thing, and we had an airlock on the heater. I wanted to show you how to get it out. So instead of showing you the, going through all the rigmarole of the engine and stuff like that, I'll drop this down onto the, onto the floor again, and I'll show you what I did. So you can see the engine's all back together except for the air cleaner, because I need to access that valve down there. That's all that's stopping me now. Everything went all right, no problems at all. Except when I was looking at this with my thermal imaging camera, which is here. So this is my thermal imaging camera, and you can take pictures or you can take films with it. You press that little button there, it's recording like a regular camera, but when originally it was set up for here. So I was pressing the button here thinking that was going on to record, whereas you have to press it twice to get it to record. So anyway, we missed the event. Never mind, I've got to turn that off now, save my battery. So what was wrong? Well, when I was checking out the pipes, I noticed that there was coolant coming out of here. This was nice and orange, but by the time it got to that first bend there, the rest of the pipes were blue, and this return pipe was blue. There was nothing coming back. This is the return. Goes to your bottom hose down here. So it's a very simple thing to get the airlock out. It doesn't take rocket science. Undo the clip here, undo the clip, pull the hose off, and I put some compressed air down here once the hose was off, and it blew coolant from the back of here all the way through the heater, loops it round and here and back into here. Usually these 300 TDIs will self-bleed themselves, but well, you never know, because sometimes this little fitting here blocks up and it can't get air out, but this one seems to be okay. And like I say, everything else is hunky-dory. Coolant's up to the right level, oil's good. Yeah, so I've done a bit of rust proofing down there, but not finished it. That's done with the clear. I don't like the black wax under the car, it's a bit messy. But that's about it really, everything else is all done. The radiator's in really good condition. I took a thermal imagery for that and it's very efficient. It gets, warm down here but cool across there, but again I lost the picture. Oh, wait a minute, I might be able to find it. I might be able to find a picture of the radiator when it was running. But that's about it, so I'm still stuck. So anyway, just to finish this off, I'll put that little video because I tested the power steering box for leaks on my pressure tester. and I also ran it up to temperature, and then you can see on the thermal camera the heat pattern of one of those boxes. They do run hot. I noticed the same boxes, or the similar box, is on a Disco 2, and they put an oil cooler going across the front. All it was a simple pipe, went back across here just to lower the temperature, because I think that's why these things have problems with leaking. They're running hot. But anyway, you'll see in the picture. So that's my update for now. Hopefully this part is in this afternoon or later tonight, and I'll get that fitted tomorrow morning, and I'll get the brakes bled, get this out. So this is the left-hand drive steering box I was showing you about protecting the shaft. I've got it on the machine to test, and you can see how hot it is in different areas. So the front is about 74 degrees, but there's no leaks out of it. There's a few leaks out of this when I was filling it up. You can see the reservoir, 63 for the oil. If you look at it sideways, you can see how cool it is at the bottom, 21 at the bottom. This oil's only circulating through the top. But that heat will eventually get its way all the way through that box. But I'm kind of happy with it. It doesn't leak. You can hear it growling a minute. That's £1,000, so you don't really want to hold it on that too much. And you can see there's no leaks out the end caps or anything like that, so that's good.